And welcome everyone to the VZWBuzz recap. We are here from the amazing city of Chicago. Verizon has treated us to quite an amazing trip. We have learned about new technologies, which we will be sharing with you, and some amazing tools. And we will also, in upcoming blogs, be telling you also about the amazing Motorola facility that we were able to tour this morning as well. Truly an incredible experience, and very grateful to be here. Actually, Chicago is hazy, hot, and humid, so we hope you are all comfortable wherever you're coming in from. I'm here with Lynn Ayala. She is Blogo Mama on Twitter.
Hey. Hi everybody.
And one of the things that we wanted to do on this recap, usually we will give you a summary of the key learnings of the Twitter chat. We were trending #1, so thank you everyone for helping us achieve that milestone again with your help. But we're going to do that a little bit later on in the show. You know, the show is going to last about 17 minutes tops. One of the things that we learned during our visit here is some of the incredible work that Verizon is doing for communities across the U.S. I always find that for brands it's so much more important to have a personality and a heart and to really get behind people that need help. And under the philanthropic arm, the Verizon Foundation, there are education initiatives, healthcare initiatives, as well as energy management initiatives. But today we're going to start to tell you a little bit about one of our favorite social good causes that Verizon supports and actually runs and manages, which is the Hope Line. And here to tell us more about it is going to be Lynn. Mama.
So in case you guys don't know about Hope Line, obviously it's one of Verizon's great initiatives that they do. Hope Line is a service, or not a service, but an initiative that Verizon does that connects survivors of domestic violence to resources. They fund organizations nationwide, and it's also a recycling program that protects the environment. So what they essentially do is they collect phones from any provider, any type of phone, any condition, as well as accessories at various stores to be recycled. And what they do on those devices that can be refurbished is they supply those to organizations that help victims or clients, as they call them, of domestic violence. So it's very important. Some statistics about that are really impressive. So check this out. Since 2001, 10.8 million phones have been collected. That's a lot, and that's thanks to all the great Verizon customers and all the work that they do. 21.4 million cash grant, or $21.4 million in cash grants donated to various organizations to help victims of domestic violence. So that's really important. They're really making an impact.
And you know, I met one of the women that received a grant, and this is how amazing it is. She ran away with 4 daughters to a shelter, and she received a Verizon grant, and she purchased these moving coolers. She goes to outside Met Stadium and she sells cold water and sodas to the people going into the stadium. She has a permit and everything, and when I interviewed her, she was so moved because she actually got out of a horrible situation with 4 daughters and was making a living of a Verizon grant. So it's a kind of an end-to-end contribution to the community. 1 in 4 women in the United States is a victim of domestic violence. 1 in 6 men. And over 20 million children are impacted by domestic violence. So we ask that regardless of your carrier, bring your cell phones, your old cell phones, and batteries to a Verizon store, donate them to the Hope Line. That's all you have to do. Or there's another way, right?
There's 2 ways. It's through a Verizon store or by mail. If you go to verizonwireless.com/hopeline, you can also download a postage prepaid packet so that you can mail them free of charge. All you have to do is make sure that you erase all your data from it, take out your contacts, your media, your photos, send it to Verizon, and you're done. You don't have to do anything else. I just want to quickly mention too, there's also a Hope Line app from Verizon, and it's available Android and iOS. You can find stores where you can donate. You can learn how to start a donation drive. You can also find resources to the National Network to End Domestic Violence. So it's really important. Please do everything you can to help and tweet it out if you can. Once again, it's verizonwireless.com/hopeline.
Isn't she great?
Yay!
Love her.
Don't forget, tweet.
And don't listen to Tommy TRC, who I can only imagine what he is saying over on Twitter.
I love you.
We do, Tommy. We do love you. Not to make light of this, but really, if you are in that situation, please seek some help. There's quite a lot of great shelters, and also, or DM us if you need some specific information. We're also happy to help you privately.
Can I say one more thing? Also, if you are in danger, and this is a very serious issue, but if you are in danger, please call. There's a number for help for victims of domestic violence, 1-800-799-7233. Reach out. Somebody will help you.
Yes, thank you so much, Lynn. So that's on Hopeline. One of the other initiatives, while we get Robyn on the hot seat, is the one you may have seen on TV. And this is actually very near and dear to my heart because I do have a 14-year-old daughter who has just finished her freshman year in high school. And it's a campaign called Inspire Her Mind. And I asked Misty if she could please post a tweet to a link for you to watch that short video of how we can all try to empower more girls to join in the STEM. I know a lot of companies are driving initiatives to do something similar, but Inspire Her Mind is really just a simple way all of us that are around girls, really of any age, can really free up their desire to pursue sciences, and the video really gives you some good ideas of some of the things we tend to say about how they're beautiful. Well, we want to support the beautiful minds as well. And so that's the Inspire Her Mind campaign. I think Missy just posted that. I actually love that, and I hope that you'll help me share that video so that more and more parents, caregivers, uncles, aunts, grandparents, anybody around a girl sees it and supports that initiative as well.
And can you tell everybody what STEM means? Because a lot of people are confused by that. They are not sure what STEM is. They keep seeing it.
Yeah, STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and math. And it's a good point, actually, because STEM sometimes means nothing. We get stuck on our acronyms around here. Yeah, it's the idea that more and more girls really should be part of that field. And we're actually quite proud to know that at Verizon, the chief network officer is a woman, and she's probably the lead most technical person in the company. So we want to do more and more of that to encourage our girls to become engineers, to write code, and to view these disciplines as beautiful part of life as well. Okay, now I forgot to say that on this chat we're going to give away a Samsung Galaxy S4, which is quite possibly one of the most favorite devices for a lot of people, right?
Yes, definitely. It's an Android device. I've used S4. Fabulous, fabulous device.
Yeah, a lot of people love them, and it's an Android device. And we're going to give that to the person that asks the best question. Tommy TRC, you are not qualified to enter this contest. He's right next door. That's why I can make fun of him, actually. But yeah, so feel free to post your questions. Misty's going to curate them and pick the winner just at the end of the chat. I wanted Robyn to share with us a little bit about the Powerful Answers campaign, which is another great initiative of Verizon. Tell us about that.
So Powerful Answers is a way that they're reaching out to everybody to find your solutions for everyday life, and that innovative solutions. They want to know what ideas we have, because some of the best ideas, just a regular person out there can come up with them. It doesn't have to be, a big corporation that comes up with just the answer. So through the end of the month only, you got to get these in quick. You can go to verizon.com/powerful answers, and that's where you can find all the information, and that's where you can submit your innovative solution. And there's 4 categories they're working on. It's education, healthcare, sustainability, and transportation. in each of those categories, there's a grand prize winner who gets $1 million to help fund this and get things going. There's also 2 second prize winners in each category that get $250,000. So just think of some of the amazing things, and there has been some really great things that come out of it. Do you want to give your example about the vision?
Yeah. So one of the winners, I was able to be at the awards for the first year, which was given out the awards this year. I was sharing with the VZWBuzz team next door that one of the winners developed an app and a little gadget that you attach to an iPhone to allow people to test their eyesight. And he developed this in Africa, and it was an effort to really provide that service to millions of people that would have no access otherwise to optometrists, and sometimes a simple solution of the right pair of glasses that can really change the life of so many people. And so this is the kind of ideas that were submitted last year. You may have heard of TinyTap. Another great application, Bandwagon. Some of you may have seen that at CES this year, which is a way for ride sharing. You know, pretty useful when you're in a busy trade show.
Yeah, definitely.
And so it's ideas like that. And Powerful Answers, again, has a great campaign, YouTube videos that you can see who the winners were.
Yeah, and just like I said, the website is verizon.com/powerful answers. I'm sure Misty's probably tweeting that out for us. Definitely go and look, even if you're not sure about what's happening with it, go and look at it and log in and that, and see what it's about what you can submit, because you know, everybody has those little ideas that float in their head, like, you know, wouldn't it be great if? And this is the place to submit those answers and help the world, help your community, help the world, whoever. So great.
Yeah, my
initiative.
neighbor actually submitted an idea.
Really?
And one of the things that she found was not only was the process interesting and well done, but she learned a lot about meeting with VCs, about preparing her presentation. She got pretty far into the process. She was one of the finalists. And she didn't win at the end. Actually, I had a tough time understanding the solution because it was actually a B2B solution. But it's also an incredible exercise that Verizon pays for you if you submit an idea that they find worthy, and it's a great panel of independent people.
You don't have to have everything in place already to submit your idea.
Right.
That's the thing. They're going to help you through that if they pick your idea and you go into the finalist rounds and that.
Right. And so to wrap up here, we are, as I said, going to share a lot with you about what we learned during our trip to Chicago. And I know that if you were following the chat, a lot of our colleagues from the Midwest area who are here at this event are also sharing some of their key learnings and tips and advice for you. But we did want to summarize just briefly sort of the top 10, perhaps maybe not exact number, reasons why you may want to consider a tablet. What are some of the great uses for it? In my personal case, and from what I've seen, I love to consume media. I love to read on it. I love to watch Hulu quietly in bed at night, fall asleep with it. What are your favorite uses of technology? Of tablets, rather.
Okay, so one of my favorite things is that I travel a lot, and I love my tablet on the airplane. It fits even with an attached keyboard on the tray table in front of you, so much better than the laptops would, and that. So that's one of my favorite things, that I can actually work on the plane. If it's a Wi-Fi enabled plane, I can get Wi-Fi up there even, and it's perfect, and it's much better, and it's a lot lighter on my shoulder too in my bag when I carry it. That's a great thing.
So you've gone no laptop?
I do not have a laptop with me on this trip. I have not had a laptop with me on the last several trips I've been on. I'm just bringing tablets. I would say another one of the tips, though, is that if you're using it in a more productivity kind of atmosphere, if you need to write a lot, if you're, for me, doing a lot of tweeting and that, I do like to have the keyboard accessory, and I think that really enables so much more functionality for people. If you're just consuming a lot, you don't necessarily need it, but if you're using it for work, really consider getting an external keyboard, and there's lots of them available.
Yeah,
all price points.
Yeah, try to get a tablet also that you can use the cloud with, so you can always download your stuff.
Yes.
You need it. and obviously on the right carrier so that you know you have a reliable service wherever you are, and certainly the fastest one, because who wants to buffer?
Right, and I
tablet?
just did this Wednesday. So one of my tablets is a Nokia Lumia 2520 tablet, and I didn't have a SIM card in it yet. I went to my local Verizon store, and I went in, I told them what I needed. They added it to my account. We have the More Everything plan. This is my personal plan that I have. You put the SIM card in there, so now I'm always connected with that tablet, and it's only $10 a month on the Verizon More Everything plan to add it, and I can use as much data, shared data between that and all of our phones. So that's a great. It's great to have that accessibility wherever I'm traveling now too.
It's also good to think that our kids are going to need to know how to maneuver a tablet, and so look for all price points, that whatever makes sense for you. But it's really good to keep your children savvy on the use of tablets and the use of apps. Evidently, we were listening yesterday that we're raising a generation that's really going to have to be totally on top of technology to be competitive, and obviously use your judgment in usage. Never in the bedrooms. Try to keep all those devices out of the bedroom, so there's good quality sleep.
Said she watches Hulu in bed on her tablet.
Well, I can, but I'm not a child.
No. Okay, and I wanted, two of the other tips that we talked about today were that there's a lot of people like, what tablet do I want to get? So there are tablets with the Android platform, the Apple platform, and Windows platforms. If you're already using a computer, the first one to look at would be whatever this operating system is on your computer right now. Or if you use a phone, look at that same operating system. So that's a great place to start if you're just not sure where to go. The other thing is, if you have kids, there are some toy tablets out on the market, and they're real tablets. I mean, they function, but they're really meant for children, and they have their own separate little apps and stuff. They generally tend to be slower in technology and that, and I would recommend getting a real tablet, even a lower end one. Put a nice sturdy case on it though, let the protect it. But that's going to grow with your child a lot more and grow with the technology, and you'll be able to keep that a lot longer than you would one of the toy tablets.
Yeah, so thank you so much for that on the tablets. I hope that if you have any more questions, feel free to put them on the feed or go to the Facebook page /theonlinemom, where you can always post your questions and we answer them within 24 hours or sooner. And thank you, Jean Parks, a.k.a. Geek Babe. We miss you. I hope you can make the next trip, which I'm sure you will. We have a winner for today, Tech Dad.
We have to say hello to him too.
Hello,
Hi,
Polly. And the rest of our team. Thank you so much for being here. We have a winner, and I love the questions. Listening while I look for my Vercel. Does Hopeline accept cracked cell phones that could or maybe refurbish? Absolutely yes. The Hopeline recycling will actually accept any carrier, any phone in any condition. I took like 20-some phones last year at the end of the school year when I asked for donations, and some had like all these great bling around them, and it's fine. They recycle absolutely everything that you bring in. So it's a great question. And so that's our winner for the Samsung Galaxy S4. And her name
is... I'm sorry, I thought you gave it already. Sorry.
Olive Tulips.
Oh, wonderful.
Olive Tulips, congratulations. So you win the smartphone of so many people's choice. So congratulations for that. Awesome. And please DM Misty your shipping information. We'll send it right out to you. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Thank you to Marty and Misty McPadden for producing always an impeccable event. And thank you to our friends next door for being here in Chicago. You know who you are. Sarah Scoop, the Couponista. We have
Tommy TRC,
Live
Tony
with
Bennett.
Levy. We have Tony Bennett,
yes.
Mr. Instagram, king of Instagram. We have Ann Tran. We have Marv Dorner. He is Be Busy on Twitter. We have
Thrifty Jinxie.
Oh, Krista Duran from Thrifty Jinxie. Let's not forget anything. Michelle Mangan. M. Mangan. Thank you so much for coming out.
A romper bumper. Do you remember Romper Room? A romper bumper, Stomper Room. They had the magic mirror. She could see everybody.
Yes.
So if we forgot you, don't worry. We promise we're thinking of you.
We thank all of you for being here. Thank you so much, and see you next week.
Bye everybody.
Everyone.